going to start with my dried fruit, which are sultanas, raisins, figs and mixed peel, which I have soaked the day before with brandy and orange juice and some orange zest to make sure all the flavors are nicely absorbed and your fruits are nice and plump. I'm going to add my glacé cherries. Then I'm going to add a grated apple with peel, because it just adds a little bit more texture and flavor to it as well. And it just, with any fruit or vegetable, the most flavor you always find underneath the skin, really. And it just also adds a little bit of bite to the texture as well. Just going to mix that together. Now here's my butter. And I'm going to mix that with my natural dark unrefined sugar. I'm going to mix that together. Now I'm going to break the eggs. All gives us a good, nice mix. So lastly, I'm going to mix in my dry ingredients, which are ground almonds, self-raising flour, and breadcrumbs. So you can see now how the mixture thickens up. Okay, now I'm going to grease my pudding basin. Just using softened butter and a pastry brush. And make sure that you're giving it a really sort of thick coat. So make sure you go all the way up the sides, because when the pudding is steaming, it will expand and it will sort of reach the top of the basin. So you want to make sure it doesn't stick. Take a piece of parchment paper, cut it to a circle, big enough to cover the bottom. You line the bottom of your mold, and then you fill in your mixture. Traditionally, this mixture is made the first Sunday before Advent, and you make it sort of early in time before Christmas, so that your pudding can sort of mature beautifully and develop in flavor. And don't forget, really important, to add in your lucky charm, because the person who will find it in your pudding will have good luck for the rest of the year. So you want to make sure you really push down the mixture and make it sort of really compact. And then you take a piece of tin foil, grease it again with butter, and then you make sure you press down the buttered side and crease it so that it allows some extra room for expansion, so when the pudding steams up, it has some room for it to go sort of up. Then you take a piece of string, sort of tied around the edge, and then you want to make sure it's sort of really tight, because you don't want any steam to evaporate from the pudding. Then you need to make a handle so that you can lift the pudding out of your water bath without burning your hands. That's really important. So you just literally wrap it around like you would when you would wrap a gift. Tie a knot in the middle to a loop, and there's your handle to lift your pudding. Now this will go now into a pan filled halfway up with water. You bring it to a simmer and you will steam it for about 4 hours. And that's it really. So here's your Christmas pudding. So, and here it comes. It's beautiful, so it's got a lovely golden color. When you sort of cut open the texture, sort of really crumbly. Really delicious.